review on Netflix now, Extraction 2. We saw it a little early, but we're filming it just now. And I think we did a review on the original Extraction because I was so impressed with it. I honestly think Extraction, you're right, came out of nowhere. Chris Hemsworth, great action. Just a wonderful action movie. The plot was solid too, actually. I'd say it's top 5 easy of these Netflix original movies because these original movies that go big budget, but they're not all that great sometimes. Yeah. That one was a good one, and it was a kind of a self-contained story. I didn't actually expect an Extraction 2. When we got the email and we got the thing show up, I was like, what? Oh, but doesn't he fucking die at the end or something? There's an explanation to that, kind of. Well, no, there's like a tease at the end in the credits or whatever in order to maybe keep it going. But what I'm saying, it was a self-contained story. It would have worked on its own. Yeah. But here's what happened. I guess it did really well because Netflix was like,
bring this guy back to life.
I don't give a fuck.
Send him on another mission.
But sir, we don't really have a story. We kind of wrote that as one story, and
fuck it. We're gonna make something up on the go.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
Fuck it, because that's what this film is. And you know what? The story is fucking ridiculous. It is stupid. It is paper thin, and you're like, "Come on, really?" So Chris's Chris's ex-wife had a sister, and that sister is somehow married to the new bad guy, and this new bad guy apparently controls the whole country in an underworld. And Chris never knew, and it's like, come on. You came up with that in the bathroom when you were between beers at the bar.
Yes, exactly. This is what I'm thinking, though. Is all right, we got to ramp up the action, but something's got to give. All right, well, the story is like, but the action's up here.
Well, the story was rather simple in the first one, too, but this is even
get behind
thinner.
That.
Yeah. So, I will say the story is awful, but the action. And that's what Extraction is good at. And Extraction 2 continues that. There are these long shots of action that give you the ooey gooey juicy payoff, explosions, ridiculousness, machine guns, light machine guns, heavy machine guns. It's fucking beautiful to behold. And the whole time you're like, what? Why are they not hitting him? This is 80s. And they're unashamed of it. But it's like 2020s technology and filming methods. Yeah. So the action's amazing. What I'm saying is the action's amazing and the story is paper thin.
If this had been called Commando 2, I would have bought it and it would have been like great. The problem is they called it Extraction 2, and I think Extraction 1 had at least a semi-clever story. Yeah. Everything made sense. There was intrigue there. It was cool. This story is fucking bad. It is bad. Like, oh, we have a long-lost Toretto that doesn't look anything like our Toretto, and we never mentioned it. It's like that level of bad. And then the action is great, but, man, the story is stupid.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on here because they use this as an excuse to introduce, potentially explore the characters' backstories and potentially launch a cinematic universe. In 2021, it was rumored that the Russell brothers were also working on an origin story for Randeep Huda's character Saju, which we don't really ever see in this one. So I guess he's gonna get his own spin-off. It's like what? Okay, guys, Netflix. Whoa, we got a hit. People liked it. Let's get another one. Let's blow some money. But sometimes you just don't have the story for it, and this feels like that. But again, I'm gonna excuse it. Because the action's really good, and I want to recommend it to you to go and watch right now. If
Especially
you have Netflix.
It's on Netflix, right? That's another curve that we're giving it. It's like, look, it's on Netflix. There's nothing on Netflix.
Netflix has fucked up a lot recently. We got to talk about.
Oh,
that.
absolutely. The Roku channel has the Great British Bake Off right now, and the Great American Bake Off is on there. You know, like Netflix is losing some shit that's near and dear to me. So it's like
what's the password bullshit?
Oh yeah, like all sorts of stuff. So it's like, look, it's okay. Drink a bunch of beer, hang out at home, and you're gonna watch a really stupid fucking action movie. The big thing is, you're going to be disappointed if you think it's at all as strong as the first, because it's not. I don't know. I don't think they care.
And honestly, I don't remember the action as detailed and vividly in the first one. You recently saw the first one again in preparation for this. I think the action in this one is higher and better and more insane, however, shorter, right? Because there's kind of a battle at the beginning, and then there's a few skirmishes, and then a battle at the end. That battle at the beginning, that train battle, that prison extraction, train, plane, helicopter shit, that goes fucking hard. But then the film kind of slows down for a little bit after that.
Nothing ever goes up to 11 in the first one. There's, sniper sequences, there's street gang sequences, there's some other things, but like this one is crazy. Like an entire prison's after him, and then there's the GoldenEye train sequence, and there's so everything is fucking bigger here.
Yeah. Then the action is better than the original. So if you don't give a fuck about the story as much, and for these, honestly, I don't. I'm treating this as a Sly Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger 80s film, and I'm just there for the action. Chris doesn't have the charisma that those guys have, but the way these choreographers and directors film this and approach it, it is amazing. And you forgive motherfucking 30 caliber machine guns, 50 caliber machine guns, 10 feet away, shooting full rapid fire at Chris Hemsworth and cannot hit him.
It's got plotter.
They even show tracer rounds.
Well, he was also
literally cannot hit him.
He dives behind like an island, kitchen island, and then all of these guns can't shoot through it, and it's shredding through the entire building. Like it's going through concrete into another thing, into concrete. But that kitchen island is made out of fucking vibranium. It's crazy.
My kitchen leaked and water went everywhere, so I had to have contractors come in and wreck my kitchen island. And that thing is paper thin.
Yeah,
so when I saw that on screen, I'm like, yeah, that's not blocking bullets.
All those people are dead.
Anyways, we love it.
Yes.
We're making fun of it, but we fucking love it. We are action junkies, and this pays off in the action. Go watch it right now if you got it.
And that's the thing whenever I talk about dumb fun. There's like, this is what we talk about, not fucking Fast X, not that stuff. That's just like beyond.
Yeah.
This is like, all right, we're here for the fucking action scene. He runs out there with a fucking machine gun, shooting down a helicopter, going crazy on this stuff. I was like, all right, this.
Now let's actually talk. One. Okay, so the plot is, Alex, just tell us, how does he get roped back into doing another extraction of another kid?
Idris Elba shows up at his front door, his unmarked front door.
Who's wasted, by the way.
Yeah. So he shows up and says, "Hey, I need you to take a job." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'll shoot you." And he's like, "Hey, the job is coming from your ex-wife." And he goes, "Tell me more." And it's apparently his ex-wife,
who we thought was dead, but it's really only his son that died.
His son died.
He walked out on his ex-wife because he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and so she has a sister, and the sister married into the billion-dollar arms and heroin industry of Georgia, not U.S. South Georgia.
Magazines or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then so she is captured, and she's actually in jail because one of the brothers is in jail. Now, he controls the entire country, but he can't get his brother out of jail. Doesn't make any goddamn sense to me.
Because the Americans say you have to go to jail.
They're body doubles. There's all sorts of things that you can do to figure this out. But no one thought about the story at all of this movie, so he's got to go in there and rescue his ex-wife's sister and their two kids, but not the husband because he's a psychopath. And then
goes in there. The husband tries to kill him.
Kill him and her.
By the way, his son has this subplot where he is a dickhead, a piece of shit. His father raises him to join the gang, but it's shown that the son hates the father. And then when he realizes that his father has been killed, all of a sudden he does this heel turn where it's like, you killed my father. But it's like, dude, the guy was abusing your mother the whole time. You were even asking your mother if she was okay. You always like, it doesn't make any sense that he wants to join the gang.
He was told early, it was either him or your mother. And then, so this is something that actually I give credit to the movie. Chris Hemsworth was like, yeah, I killed your dad, but your dad was going to kill your mom. He was in the position to kill your mother. And aren't you glad you watched it? And
often movies don't say it out loud, and Chris addresses it out loud.
But the kid is so fucking stupid that he's just like, no.
He's young,
I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, he gets, okay, so let's give it a final verdict, and then we'll jump into spoilers that are going to be like 2 minutes long, because there's no plot. But I just wanted to mention that kid because it's one of those tropes where it's like, you motherfucker, you're just doing this to move the plot forward so that you can fucking get to the next gun battle.
Best I can do for an action movie like this is a 7. Thoroughly enjoyed it, but the story is so fucking stupid. The character motivations are so goddamn stupid. But like I said, you have a couple beers, you can have a great time with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 6. It's above average. I love the fucking action scenes. I would kind of just fast forward through some of the stupid dialogue.
Yeah.
Just go to the action. That's about it. But
7 as well.
It's good.
Yeah, I think we agree. 7. You know, if you're trying to decide, should I spend a bunch of money at the theater, $50 watching Flash, or do I just watch Extraction for free at home if you already got Netflix or somebody you know has Netflix? Well, I guess you can't do that with the password sharing anymore, but whatever. I would go Extraction and then wait for, the Flash to come out, on Netflix. Even though the Flash was good. There's good. But if you want pure action, you go there. You want action and a little bit of feels and you like superheroes, Flash. Okay, so I take that back. Flash is a good film, but I also think Extraction 2, for what it does, is a solid watch, and you should go watch it now. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. We'll talk real quick in spoilers. These characters are paper thin. There's really not much to spoil here.
It's not.
Chris Hemsworth, he goes in, he does an extraction, he kicks some ass, and then the movie's over. And then Idris comes back and says, and they're trying to make this a cinematic universe. It's just worth it to see the ass being kicked. All right, we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Hey guys, so this is the quick spoiler section. Unfortunately, we lose who we thought we were going to lose. Obviously, Chris is not going to die. He's hurt. His leg is...
He's super hurt. He's in a cast. He's like, all right.
His leg is deformed.
Try to make him go to rehab. He goes back to Austria. He's like shoveling with one hand. He's like, we got a job for you. He's like, oh, I'm ready. Wait, what happened to your wounds? He's like, you jumping, doing cartwheels
sprinting.
now?
All right, so we have to excuse that. Whatever. So he's got 2 partners, a brother and a sister character who, not a love interest, just friends, because I thought they were going to do a love interest between him and the female operator, but they don't really. Just, really, I mean, he loves her, but in a friend way, I think. And when I saw that she had a brother, and in the original film, if he was in there, he didn't really have a whole lot. She did. She's a badass, and then she's a badass here. Just great knife scenes and close fucking quarter battle shit. I was like, that motherfucker's dead. Somebody, you have to establish that the new villain is even stronger than the last villain. So someone dies.
Close has to die.
Not gonna be Chris. Not gonna be the chick. It's him. And guess what? It's him.
It's like if you're bottom of the tier, you're in the chopping block.
Then the kid. After attempting to be murdered by all of his uncle's men and his dad's men, and after seeing his dad abuse his mother, he calls them on the phone and says, we're over here, and gets these people killed. So I hate him, and I hope he falls off a cliff and dies on impact, because he got our characters killed and almost got, what's her name? Almost got Yaz killed.
Yaz is the guy.
Yaz is the guy.
Yeah.
So she.
Because I don't know if
what her name was.
I don't know if Tyler is it Rake.
Tyler Rake is his name. But the female operator that's badass.
I forgot.
She almost got her killed. And then it's so weird because he finally makes a decision to not, and we thought it was coming. We're like, God, this thing is so fucking predictable. It's been predictable the whole time. We even thought that, oh my God, they're getting into the action way too quick, so there's going to be a double cross or some sort of hook. And there's not. It just goes in because they wanted to get to the action. Yeah. And so then we thought that the hook would be, okay, the kid calls them to show up, and then he realizes, oh, these guys are dicks, and then he's going to be the one to shoot his uncle. He doesn't even get to do that. It's Chris Hemsworth. They fight. They get tired. He beats him, and the guy goes, I'm not going to stop. And then Chris just lifts his hand and shoots him in the head as they're both laying down, and then the guy shuts up because he's dead.
Yes.
Shot in the head. And then that's it.
But then we set up this cinematic universe because then everyone gets arrested. The good guys get arrested because you can't murder a bunch of people and destroy half of Austria. Yeah. So Chris goes to jail, the lady goes to jail, but for some reason they're put in a black SUV later on. And
they said, you're gonna love
Idris Elba is there, and he's like, "Hey, I can get you out of jail." And he's like, "Well, you already did. I'm literally outside of jail." It's like, so I believe you, but in order to stay outside, you gotta do a job for my
the
boss,
job.
and you're gonna love him because he's
crazy, man.
dirty, crazy guy.
crazy. So it's
Crazy
like,
dirty.
so it's
Or
like
something.
It's like
He's
what
crazy.
are
Dirty? I don't know.
what are we doing? It's
I don't know. We're doing some kind of fucking whatever. So as long as I get another action sequence like the prison break onto the train where he's got the machine guns. We saw this. So he gets on the train and then there's a helicopter in the background. I'm like, man, this CGI is great. Like, how the fuck do they do all these? Because it's a perfect blend of live action and CGI that you wish that would have been in the Flash. But anyways, so he busts the door open, comes out with a heavy machine gun while the helicopter's shooting him. And it misses him completely, and he starts shooting the helicopter with a heavy
go
machine
inside
gun.
right
And
here.
you just see pieces flying off, and it's amazing.
If you look a little bit further,
But
there's
if you look a little bit further,
machine
there's a
gun.
mounted heavy machine gun of the exact same
You
type.
should have just.
You could have just waited. He didn't know, Joe. I thought he was busting open a rocket launcher, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Well, he also just pulls out his sidearm and he's just like pow pow and just shooting for
I
like
like
no reason.
that.
I was just like, that's great. He's just like, man, fuck you.
Yeah, he's just telling you, fuck you, and then he goes down, he gets the heavy machine gun, then he fires the heavy machine gun after the pistol, and that helicopter blows up, then another helicopter shows up, and that's the moment where we see just full on the chain gunner on the motherfucking helicopter is the worst shot, because he's standing 10
It's
feet
Hot
away.
Shots Part 2 level bad, where
Shots.
he's like right in front of him firing full auto, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's Rambo, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That parody that we did, Joe.
Yes. Okay.
First blood! But you know what? We were all like, we see it, we allow it.
Whatever.
We're
Let-
allowing it because
let's
the
go
action,
crazy.
it looked so good.
Yeah, the movie knows what it is.
Yes.
All right. So that's basically it. Nothing else to spoil. And yeah,
Fun
go
watch.
watch it. We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
guys.